If you lost everything today, who would still stand beside you? This man asked that question and tested his own family to find the answer. The man stood at the end of the long stone driveway, staring at the mansion that once carried his name. Tall pillars, polished marble, a door that had opened for him thousands of times, welcoming power, wealth, applause. Today, it felt different. Today, he felt like he didn't belong. His jacket was ripped, dust clung to his shoes, his hair was uneven. A single worn bag rested on his shoulder, heavy with more than clothes. This house had celebrated his victories for decades. Now it would judge him by appearances. What he didn't know, what none of them knew, was that this day would permanently reshape his understanding of love, loyalty, and what truly matters. Before we begin, take a moment to support Kindness Lights. If stories about humanity, compassion, and real emotion move you, please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts below. Your support spreads kindness farther than you realize. Now, let's begin. Richard Hale was a self-made millionaire. He grew up with empty cupboards in a quiet Midwestern town, watching his mother stretch a few coins into dinner. As a boy, he made himself a promise. My family will never worry about money again. Years of relentless work followed, risk, failure, sleepless nights. Eventually, success arrived. Richard built a construction empire that reshaped skylines and created fortunes. But somewhere along the way, something faded. His children grew up surrounded by luxury, but distant. His wife lived comfortably, yet conversations grew thin. Family dinners disappeared, laughter became rare, and one painful question began echoing in Richard's mind. If everything vanished tomorrow, would love remain? That question refused to let go, so Richard made a decision, one that shocked even himself. He handed temporary control of his company to his lawyer for 7 days. He withdrew a small amount of cash, left his phone, his watch, and every credit card behind. Then he went home, disguised as a man who had lost everything. As Richard approached the house, he heard laughter. His extended family stood outside, elegant, relaxed, carefree. He stepped forward. His shoes scraped against the stone. The laughter stopped. His brother squinted. His sister frowned. His own son didn't recognize him at first. Then someone whispered his name. Silence. "What happened to you?" his wife asked, her smile gone. Richard swallowed hard. "I lost it all," he said quietly. "The company, bad investments, lawsuits, everything." The air turned heavy. His brother scoffed. "You expect us to believe that?" His sister crossed her arms. "So what now? You're broke?" Richard nodded. "I just need a place to stay. I need my family." The response cut deeper than any financial loss. "This isn't funny," his brother said, stepping back. "I'm serious," Richard replied. His son looked away. "Dad, maybe you should stay at a hotel." His wife hesitated but stayed silent. Then came the words that broke him. "We worked too hard for this life," his sister said. "We can't risk it because of your mistakes." No one hugged him. No one asked if he was okay. No one said, "We'll figure this out together." Richard turned toward the gate. Then a quiet voice stopped him. "Dad, wait." It was Emily, his youngest daughter. She stepped forward in a simple dress, her eyes filled not with judgment, but concern. "Please come inside," she said. Her mother hesitated. Emily stood firm. "I don't care if he has nothing," she said. "He's my father." She took the bag from Richard's hand. That single gesture nearly brought him to his knees. Inside, the atmosphere was tense. Dinner passed in silence. Most avoided him. Emily stayed close. She served him first, asked how he felt, listened. That night, after everyone went to bed, Emily knocked on his door. "I don't have much," she said softly. but you can stay as long as you need. Richard couldn't speak. He only nodded. The next morning he rose early and began working outside, pulling weeds, sweeping leaves, fixing what he could. His hands remembered survival. His brother watched from the window. "A millionaire turned gardener," he muttered. Emily came out with water. "You don't have to do this," she said. "I want to," Richard replied. "It feels real." Days passed. Some family members avoided him. Others spoke only when required. Emily stayed. She defended him, shared meals, even offered to sell her car so he could start over. That shattered something inside him. One afternoon, Richard overheard his wife on the phone. "He's changed," she said, "but I don't know if I can go back to how things were." That night, Richard didn't sleep. The truth hurt more than any loss ever had. On the 7th day, Richard asked everyone to gather in the living room. Nervous faces filled the room. "I need to tell you something," he said. He placed his watch on the table, then his phone, then a folder. "The company isn't gone," he said calmly. "This was a test." Anger exploded. "A test?" his brother shouted. "I needed to know," Richard said, "who would stand with me when there was nothing left." Silence fell. Emily looked confused. "Dad?" Richard turned to her, tears in his eyes. "You passed," he said softly. He explained everything. Some felt ashamed, others became defensive. But Richard wasn't angry, because he finally had his answer. And sometimes, losing everything is the only way to discover what truly matters most.